Good evening, everyone. This is Mike Green coming to you from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, corporate headquarters at Leafit Inc. Here to welcome you tonight. What I'd like to do, we're going to try this a little bit different tonight. I'd like everybody to jump in your question and answer section down there and just throw out a first name and where you're calling from so we can see how far out in the reaches we got. Usually we're international here. I've recognized some names already in our roster of people that are coming from across the pond, but go ahead and jump in your Q&A box. For those of you that have never used this system before, that's in your control panel over there. Oh my goodness, you guys figured it out. Let me let me get to the top of this list and say hi back. Let's see, we've got Steve from Perth in Western Australia. Welcome, Steve. Dallas from Granbury, Texas is here. And I've got a hello, Mike. Kevin from San Diego, New Jersey's in the house. Let me expand this a little bit. That's Ray from New Jersey. Kevin from San Diego. Kathleen from Kentucky, James from Sydney, Australia, Raul from Chicago, I believe that is, Derek from San Diego, Len from Buffalo, Tanisha from NC, North Carolina, Jonathan from Revere, Massachusetts, Gary from Missouri, Robert from Elko, Nevada. I've been through Elko. Welcome, Robert. Aaron from Silverton, Oregon, Skip from Butte, Skip, how you doing? Ann from Norway, Tammy from Georgia, Martin from Cornwall, UK, the UK is in the house, Ken from San Antonio, Texas, Herbert from Albany, Joe from Tallahassee, Mark from Richmond, Jason from Syracuse, Kevin from Columbia. Wow. Peggy, you didn't tell us where you were from. How dare, okay, Peggy from Peggy. Anna from Illinois, Kathy from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Trent from Sacramento, looks like Gail from Atlanta, Georgia, David from Panama City Beach, Florida, Ken from Virginia, Dallas from Granbury, Texas, Michael from Melbourne, Australia, there's Australia again, Memphis, Tennessee, Leah says hi, Joe from North Carolina, Scott from Kentucky, I'm only halfway through the list, you guys. I could be here for another half an hour. Michelle from Alabama, Jay from Nebraska. Let me pause right there. If you joined us late, yes, this is Mike Green. This is the Leafit Jumpstart webinar tonight. This is our second week in a row on a Jumpstart format. We're pretty excited. I've got Ron Pope with us here tonight. He's going to be joining us in just a second. But I got to tell you, we're really excited about this new format. Last week, I couldn't believe the number of attendees we had on here. Looks like we're going to go over that easily this week. Amazing format. We're getting great reviews from you in the field saying you love the visuals, you love to see what we're doing, not just hear about it. So welcome back. We're live with webinars. Let's go again. We've got Otis from Tucson. I lost track. Where do we go? Richard from New Jersey. I'm just going to go New Jersey. Richard. Yeah, see, I'd slaughter that. Devin from Devin from Chicago, sorry, Richard from Spokane. Hey, Richard, that's where I live, Spokane. Rick and Kelly from Mainville, Ohio. Thanks for the footnote, Kelly. That's north of Cincinnati, Ohio. Patricia, by way of Atlanta, Georgia. Rich from Richmond. Rick from Richmond. Deborah from Squim. I believe we call that Squim, don't we, Deborah? Good to hear from you. Say hi to Dean not Dean, Dell. Sorry about that. Michelle from Bristol, Virginia. Teresa from Syracuse. Yuri from San Diego. John from Las Vegas. Tim from Ohio. Karen and Brad in Los Angeles. Hey, you guys, how you doing? Mary, hope you got my email, Karen. Mary from Wake Forest. William from Chicago. Cheryl from Hood River. Hey, Cheryl, what's up? Jared from North Carolina. Darley from Canada, from Montreal, Canada. David from Michigan. Randy from Nashville. Steve from Cape Cod. Janice from I was going to say Saskatchewan, but it says Saskatchewan. Is that a misspell? My dad played football years and years ago for the Saskatchewan Roughriders up in Canada. Gilliam from Melbourne, Australia. Tom from Sacramento. Jacqueline from North Carolina. Martin from Canada. And Helga from Toronto. William from Louisville, taking that Kentucky. Odie from Atlanta, Foy from Florida, Ferris from Arkansas, Phil from Las Vegas. Okay, and then Kevin's got a question. Nope, we're not going to cover that right now, Kevin. Dick from Colorado, Karen from, Karen and Dave. Hey, Karen. Hey, Dave from Spokane. Lee from North Carolina, Peggy from Pennsylvania. And I'm almost down to the bottom of the list, you guys. Hamilcar from Tallahassee, Keith from Victoria, BC. Canada's making a representation here, you guys. Jermaine from Florida, Jacqueline from North Carolina, Dale from Green. Ron. Is that Ron?
This is Rob. Sorry.
Oh, hi, Rob.
I'm with you, Mike. Good
deal. All right, you guys, if I didn't hit your name and you guys typed it in here, hey, all I can say is welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us. We've got a treat for you tonight. Like I say, we've got a lot of information we're going to cover, so I hope I didn't get too carried away with the introductions, but I love the fact that you guys are all here, and it does look like we're hitting international territory. So, again, welcome to UK, welcome Australia, and anybody else that didn't chime in, welcome from wherever you're at in the country, in the world. International social network, you got to love it. We're going global. Let me see if I've got Rob with us tonight. Hang on just a second. He should be in here. And let me take a look.
Mike, I'm here with you, and so is Rob Hanley, both of us.
Beautiful. Ron, I'd like to introduce our new Chief Operating Officer, Chief Marketing Officer.
Mike, give me 1 second. Let me get the recording started here for everybody. Okay. I know all of our guests like to have a recording afterwards, so.
Okay, and I've actually recorded over here on this side as well, Ron, so.
You are. Okay, great. I'm going to do a screen share here so we can clean it up as well. Or excuse me, a screen flow. And just a moment. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Take it away, Ron. That was too easy. All right, you guys. Ron Pope, we're both sitting here together at corporate headquarters, here to share a bunch of information with you tonight. So sit back, relax, take some notes if you need, but this is being recorded, and we will get a copy of that just as soon as we can this evening by first thing tomorrow at the very latest. So, Ron, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm here. We'll chat, but you've got the floor.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate it, and all the hard work and leadership that you've shown to this company here over the last several months. And you know, a lot of folks may not know this, but Mike was one of the, it was him and the CEO, Lawrence Sell, that kicked all this off and held the company together during the development of the app and just all the, you know, all the things that you go through. I mean, kicking a new company off is never easy. There's struggles involved, and I know there's folks on the phone tonight that have stood by their side and worked very hard to get Leafit to where it's at today. And you know, I'm coming in here as the new guy in the last month here, and you know, trying to make some waves, get everybody excited, get it moving forward with everyone. But you know, I didn't lay the groundwork. Normally, I come in early into a company and I help lay the pavement. And so the hard lifting, the heavy lifting was done for me this time, and now I get to come in and have fun with all you guys. So, Mike, thanks so much for the nice intro. And are you guys seeing my screen right now?
Yes, we are, Ron. You're
okay, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and jump into this. I've got some topics I want to cover with you guys here tonight. Communication with the field. You guys are going to see communication go way up. If you haven't already noticed, we have been sending out emails to the field more often than we had in the past. We're going to improve that dramatically. One of the things that we're going to be doing, though, is we're going to be going over to a different email server. So you won't see the emails coming out from support at Leafit anymore, okay? And the reason being is that if for any reason anybody ever decides they don't want our emails, and rather than just opting out of our email list, they start to send us in for spam or anything like that, it really does put the company email in jeopardy. So we're going to be changing the URL, the domain name, where that's coming from. Okay, so once we get that done, I'm going to be sending out an email called whitelisting instructions. And really what that is to assure that you guys get all of our communication, we're just going to simply have you make the new email address a contact of yours. All right, so it's very easy to do, very simple, very quick, but it'll assure that you receive all your communication from corporate, because that really is vital to the success of your business. But we'll be sending out more communication also with free affiliates, because we do want to encourage them to go ahead and step up, become associates with the company, and really understand what it is that Leafit is offering here. This is an extremely unique opportunity. myself and you heard Rob Hanley on the phone a little bit ago. We actually went and spent about 5 days in Vegas recently, and we were doing some networking with other very large business people. Some of them were authorities on SEO, that's search engine optimization. They have one of the gentlemen had a private invitation from Mark Zuckerberg to come and actually help lay out the advertising platform for Facebook, and he had some involvement with Amazon as well. And when I shared with him, guys, all I did was the same thing you guys can do. I shared with him where we're at as a company, and I showed him the app, and he smiled ear to ear, gave me his private email, and said we need to talk. Okay, at the same networking social event, ran into an individual that wants to now personally introduce us to the producers of American Idol and a whole bunch of other celebrities. So it was pretty exciting week. We ran into just dozens and dozens of folks that are excited about Leafit and where we're headed. I'm hearing some background noise. Rob, can you mute up? I'm hearing an echo there. Okay, and then what I want to do, though, is I want to talk to you guys, getting off the subject here of communication. I want to go right into resources. And I want to show you guys some stuff here tonight because we still get calls in here to the office about, well, where is the webinar schedule? Where is the recordings? And, what about the upcoming compensation plan enhancements and things? So I want to walk you straight to these things tonight here. And so we're just going to do a live screen share on this. Let me see if this is going to work. It is. Okay, so what you do is you just go to your replicated website. All right, and then I'm just at the basic company site here. That you'll go to your replicated website and you'll click on resources. Okay, and it's going to take you straight down here and you'll see this click here for webinars. So simply click there for the webinars. And right here you've got opportunity webinars, 6 webinars daily. All right, if you were to click this, it's going to take you right over to a registration page. I'll go ahead and do it.
What if you had the opportunity?
And it just brings you right into a really nice registration page. Now, what's really cool about this system is, yes, it does start playing a video, and that's really neat. We've got some excellent ad copy on here. But also what it does is it allows you to schedule yourself for a webinar up to 6 times a day, or you can watch yesterday's webinar now. So let's say I want to schedule one for tomorrow. So I choose tomorrow's date, and then I'm going to choose one of these times here. Okay, once I choose the time, then I'm going to plug in my name and my email address, and then encourage your prospects to plug in right here, check that box, SMS text message alert. This is really cool system here, guys. Okay, so what it's going to do is they're going to go into the autoresponder, and immediately they're going to get a welcome email, okay, saying you've got a webinar coming up. Then they're going to get another email reminding them about the webinar, and they're going to get a text message 15 minutes before saying, make sure you got your pad and paper ready to go. You got a webinar in 15 minutes. So we're going to do all that follow-up for you guys that you would normally have to be doing on your own. We're going to do that for you right there through that system. Okay, so really cool system that we put together. Right here, Leafit Corporate Jumpstart Webinar, that's for tonight. Most of you probably went there to find your link. If you click on that, you're going to have a registration page for this webinar. Okay, and then the same thing for the leadership, testimonial, and industry secret webinar. Another registration page right there. We are actually looking at changing the name of that too to make it a little more simple. We're kind of back and forth on some names. If you guys got some great tips on what you think a wonderful name for that would be, send us a Skype if you're connected with us on Skype, or send us an email with your suggestions there. But we're going to be naming that by tomorrow. We'll have that changed around. Okay, let's go ahead and jump back on the website here. I want to point something out. This compensation download right here, compensation plan download, that is the original compensation plan that we're currently on until August 2nd. Okay, I'm going to show you where to go to get the enhancements in just a little bit here. We did update this as well. If you guys haven't seen the 19,000 retailers, we've updated this with some of the well-known Target, Walmart, Sony, Rakuten, for the Asian markets and things. So we've got a lot of things that we've added here for you guys to be able to, show your prospects when they come in to your website. We're going to make an adjustment right here as well. Okay, and I might be jumping ahead on my tasks just a little bit, but I'm already on this page, so let's talk about it. Right underneath this video, we're going to put video number 2. We're going to change it. This one here is currently number 2. We're going to move that down to number 3, and right underneath here is going to be a 7-minute app demo that our CEO did this afternoon for us, and it's being rendered right now. So by early tomorrow, this will be on the website for you guys. I have to tell you, out of everybody I've talked to at all different calibers of business, it is the app demo that sells this business. It's a visual. Okay, we lead forward with Leafit. We lead forward with the app. All right, secondary is going to be the networking side of it, but first and foremost, you guys can be proud that you have a product that's already grabbing international attention at all levels of business, and especially in the media. So be proud of your product, lead forward with your product, and I think you guys will be pretty excited about the results that you get. But by tomorrow, you'll have another video right here, a 7-minute demo. All right, let me go back over here to the, see if I can get back to my PowerPoint now, dang it. There we go. Okay. Okay, recordings, yes. Okay, so now what I want to walk you through is where do you find the recordings? We just added a new section in the back office for you guys. So if you go into your back office and you go to share, this is just a dummy account that I set up here. What you're going to see in here is a couple of new sections that we've added right here, recordings. Okay, so we've got the leadership testimonial, industry secrets from last week, and we've got the corporate jumpstart call from last week. So tonight's jumpstart call will also go on here. And then if you notice right here, we've got live with Aaron and Kelly, the interview that Lawrence did, and we've got the KCAA TV Money Talk Show interview that he did as well. So take the time to listen to these. These are really hot. You guys can, create a link to these and put them up on your social media, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, wherever it is that you guys socialize. Get these links put out there, okay? And then right here, this is where it says under other resources, comp plan enhancements. That is actually well, you see right there, effective August 2nd. So that's the new compensation plan enhancements. Okay, and I went in and cleaned them up a little bit more today. I was trying to get those in the back office before I left for Vegas last week, and so when I got back today, I made a couple more cleanup, so it's just easier for you guys to understand. But if you want to get familiar with what's coming on August 2nd, right there, and I got to tell you, our volume, since we made the announcement of the compensation plan enhancements, which we'll cover here in just a moment, the volume here at the company has just gone through the roof. People are so excited about it, and I just want to thank you guys for all the positive feedback and everything that we've gotten from the field, and I'm excited about it as well, guys. So app demo going on the website tomorrow. Okay, I already talked about that. Okay, so let's talk about the status of the app. Okay, so far what we've done is we have registered with the App Store the end of last week. Our Dun & Bradstreet number was approved through the App Store, and we're just waiting on them to finish the approval process. So anytime now, version 1 is going to be coming out. And Mike, if you want to unmute, I'm going to have you cover this next section, which is going to be beta testing version 1.0, and really what that means to everybody.
I am unmuted. I was answering questions.
Okay. Do you want to cover this section for us, Mike?
Beta testing version 1.0?
Yes.
As far as what?
Really, what beta testing means and what 1.0 means to everybody.
Okay. Where we're at, you guys, and a lot of you are brand new, and I know this is getting a little bit frustrating for some of the brand new people, because they're like, wait a minute, what do you mean I missed beta testing? But you missed beta testing. We've had the mobile application out in the field for, it's got to be over 6 weeks now. So we have about 1,000 affiliates, paid associates, a combination of the two, actually testing the mobile application. The reviews have been stellar. Everybody's in love with it, but that's creating frustration for the guy that just signed up yesterday or the gal that signed up 2 days ago, because we don't have it out on beta test any longer. The beta test was actually shut down. Now the people that were in the beta test are the only ones that are actually there. So I know we have some people just crawling the walls going, wait a minute, what do you mean I can't see it? But you can't right now. You're going to have to wait until we actually get this out into the Apple iTunes Store, which should be happening in the next couple of 3 weeks. and you're just going to have to hold your breath just a little bit longer and wait for that to show up. What the 1.0 version is, you guys, is this was on the drawing board from inception. We went to our developers and said, look, we don't want to have the full-blown product right out of the gate because we're not sure if people are going to use all of the bells and whistles, or we're going to let our end users make the determination on where we do future development. So what we came out with was version 1.0. We call it the minimum viable product, and our developer said, here's what we can do for you. We can have this out to market in this time frame, as opposed to a year and a half from now. We can bring it out in pieces. So version 1.0 simply is our very first version of the mobile application, and it's stellar. I mean, we've got features that we didn't even think we were going to get. It truly is a full-blown social network with friending. We actually friend like Twitter does, where you just find somebody that's in our social network and you start following them. You don't have to wait for a friend request to be accepted. So it's a social news feed. It is there's following instead of friending, but there's following, there's captioning, there's commenting. You can create a leaf and get paid commissions off of a leaf that you've created when somebody makes a purchase from that leaf. So the version 1.0 is a very workable version, but as Lawrence Sowell, our CEO, says best, he says what you're going to see at version 1.0 when this hits the Apple iTunes Store is only about 10% of the full vision of where we're headed with this product. And as far as the development of this product, it never ends. You know, some business models like this are built around a product or a service that somebody just stamps and says, okay, it's done, go sell that. This is a product that will never stop evolving. If you look at what Facebook did over the last 10 years, what they launched with on day one versus where they stand today, night and day. You're in the same exact space here with our mobile application and our social network. We'll never stop developing that. We've got ideas on the drawing board that'll cover us for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. And that development, you'll fall in love with it every single time a new version comes out. Now, the beta testing is on iOS. So this is iPhone, iPad, iPad mini. That's where you're able to actually use our mobile application. But as soon as we put the final stamp on version 1.0, we are going to go into the next phase, which is to get us on desktop, laptop, that's PC and Mac, and mobile optimized for Android. So very, very soon you're going to see the development of that start, and there will be a whole additional beta testing that will go on for PC, Mac, and optimized for Android. So don't get discouraged if you can't get in and see it right now. It's going to happen very, very soon. All I can tell you is go find a friend that does have the app downloaded, or worst case scenario, in our back office, I do believe by tomorrow, you're going to be able to see exactly what the mobile application looks like, exactly how our social feed works. Lawrence just shot a brand new video today. It's actually rendering right now. We'll have that up in the back office tomorrow. There's plenty of other YouTube videos out there where people are demoing exactly what the mobile application and social network looks like. So don't feel like you have to be completely in the dark. Just go to YouTube and type in Leafit or IT app, and you're going to find a ton of videos out there already being shot on how the news feed actually looks and feels. But look for this. Look for this application, this social network, to continue to grow over the next months. Lawrence states, look, by the end of the year, you're not even going to recognize what we started with. And the end of the year is just right around the corner in my book. But what we are starting with version 1 is just a sampling of where we're going with this mobile application and this social network.
Thank you, Mike. And actually, just a real quick correction, it's actually going to go not just in the back office, but also on the replicated site home pages as well. Because we want all the prospects to see that, and so anybody and everybody that you want to have take a look at the app, you can send them straight through to your website. A couple of things about in the beta test here, a couple of small issues that you see here on the screen, and we want to just drag these right out in front of you guys because we are in a beta test. I mean, we're in a process, like Mike just said, where we're in the improvement process. Okay, and we've had some folks come in here and go, well, there's still some things that you need to work on. Well, of course there is. Okay, that's why we call it beta. That's why we're in a pre-launch phase. Is we're not perfect yet, and we are enhancing and we are improving. And as Mike has stated, Twitter, Facebook, they all came out with issues when they first launched their app. But this is an industry that moves very quickly. We work with Fueled, which is one of the best app developers in the world, and we'll get these things handled very, very quickly. But I want to throw these out so you guys can see them. I mean, some of the links don't actually work correctly, and what do I mean by that? Well, if you're and it's not that big of a deal. So let me play that down for just a moment here. The links we're referring to is you could go in and tag a product tag a picture with a product, and it might work today, but maybe that product sells out. So tomorrow it might say out of stock. Okay, so when we say that the link doesn't work correctly, it doesn't work to the user experience that we want it to. Okay, and so what we want it to do is when one product sells out, we want it to automatically roll to another item that's in stock, that's available, current, similar pricing, similar item. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you guys that once one goes out of stock, the app should automatically update. That'll be in version 2.0. Okay, so not a major issue. I mean, 99% of the time you're not going to deal with that. The other thing that 99% of the time you're not going to deal with is this next one. Retailers offer offers are currently by country. Okay, so if you're in Australia, let me make sense of this for you. If you're in Australia, you may have an offer that we don't have in the United States. Okay, or maybe China has an offer that we don't have, or whatever. The retailers offer their their promotions and their items, their commissionable items by country currently. Okay, and the retailers will not pay commissions outside of those offer areas. Okay, so what we're doing is we're improving to only show the offers that you can make commissions on. All right, so again, this is a very temporary situation, but it was, do we put it up or do we not put it up? And obviously we got 19,000 retailers with millions upon millions of products available. And so, I mean, the census was, hey, it makes sense. 99% of the time, you're never going to run into this. And some of you probably will never run into this because we're going to have it fixed here very soon. But I do want to let you know that even with like Walmart, they might have an offer in one part of the country that they don't in the United States or that they don't in Europe or so on and so forth. So just want to bring that to you guys' attention. That's what beta is. Okay, beta is a time where we get feedback from the field and we're constantly troubleshooting to really dig in and find those little bugs. And when we go into official launch, that's when we can, when we're perfect, we're going to say, hey, we're ready to say we're done. We're ready to say that, we've hit a point where the app is pretty good. But as Mike stated, and I shouldn't have said we're done, this is the type of business that is never done. It is always evolving. So let me see what else we can cover here. So 2.0, we talked about that. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these comp plan enhancements that are coming your guys' way. Very, very exciting. The enhancements are going to be taking place August 2nd. With those enhancements, we're currently working on, and I'm working on deadlines with all my staff members is new movies, dial-in sizzle call. Okay, so you guys will still have something that you can dial into and listen to like a 1-minute call, get your prospects excited from there. Lead capture pages and sales funnel. Okay, we're working on those, trying to meet these deadlines. But we're going to a one-time $149 membership for all new associates. Okay, if you've been in Leafit for a while, anybody, let me just state it this way, anybody who comes in before August 2nd will not have to pay the $149. Okay, and there's a reason that we're going this direction is that we're bringing in more value products such as OMCA certified social networking education. So if you want to really learn about how to get your social networking going and how to build your list and things like that, if you've always wondered how to do that, we're going to provide that to you guys. Okay, it'll be available in your back office. Should be right around August 2nd. If you don't want to use that education, you don't have to. Okay, but that is one of the things that we want to make available. We're also going to be stepping up a little bit more on the amount of advertising that each person gets. And that's a question that people say, well, how do I spend my ad credits, my advertising dollars? The ad platform is not available yet on the app. Okay, so the ad credits that you're getting right now, probably for the next couple of months here, You'll be able to basically build those up, and then once the ad platform goes live on the app, that real estate is going to be pretty valuable, because at that point we expect to have 10, 15,000 members that are in there shopping, hundreds, I shouldn't say hundreds of thousands, but literally tens of thousands in the next couple of months of free users. Okay, we already have tens of thousands of free users, but it's growing rapidly on a daily basis. Those are all folks that you could take some of your advertising dollars and take a post. Let's say you have a post that's doing really well. Maybe you tagged a Hurley shirt or something like that, and it's doing pretty good in your own social network on your Leafit app. And so what you want to do is you want to promote that post. You could use some of your advertising credits to move that into basically into a prime real estate position on the app where everybody in Leafit sees it, which in turn increases your potential for commissions. So that's how the advertising dollars are going to be spent. And a lot of you that have been signing up and see those advertising dollars, you're wondering what they're for and how you use them. So that's what that is. Okay. So one time $149, and then we go to $49 a month. It's currently $40, so we're only going up $9 a month. It helps cover some of the added value that we're bringing in here for you guys. And if you choose not to use your advertising credits at the time the platform goes live, you can always sell them to a merchant, which honestly I think people are going to be fighting. Merchants are going to be fighting for this space and for these to advertise with us. Let me just give you a number. Currently, Facebook, and I'm not saying we're as big as Facebook yet, but Facebook currently makes $20 million a day in advertising. Okay, so very significant what that real estate can be worth to merchants out there. So if you are not somebody who's going to use those advertising credits, we will make sure that we have a system in place for you to transfer those to a merchant to use. Okay? Before we jump into some of the numbers on the comp plan enhancement, because I do want to cover it, seems to be one of the bigger questions that people are having right now. Before we get into that, I just want to say that Leafit does not make any guarantees of income. All right, it's all dependent on your success. On your efforts and actions and teamwork. If you want to see the entire income disclosure statement, go to leafit.biz, and you can download a copy there. Now, some of the changes that we have coming here with the compensation plan is we're going to add a 9-generation unilevel on the front end. And that is going to allow us to start paying you guys out literally within the same week that you get started. Okay, and I'll go through these numbers with you in just a second to kind of show you what's available through this and how big this can be. But 9-generation unilevel. And one of the things I want to point out is we've made the qualification criteria ridiculously easy. Okay, I don't know any other company out there that is this easy with this hot of a product. Okay, that combination to qualify. I mean, it's amazing. When we were meeting on all of these enhancements and things, and other corporate members were wanting to keep the qualifications way down. I just came out of a program that was, oh my goodness, I mean, to get the same thing that you need with 5 personals here, it would have taken you a minimum of 20 personals in the other program, and similar price points too. So, anyways, ridiculously easy qualifications. So, 9-generation unilevel, 3x9 force matrix. We've enhanced that. Okay, so we've added more money to it, is what enhancement means. Evergreen check match. Okay, that's new. That's a hot item. If you want to get serious and treat this as a business and really start to build a social network here, you can get pretty well compensated right there. And then 9 generations of e-commerce sales. There's no change to this, but we'll still cover it just in case you're not completely clear on it. We have a lot of sales support that's being worked on right now, and we're going to be rolling these out as quickly as we possibly can to you guys, but we've got a lot of sales tools and sales funnels coming your way. We've got daily opportunity webinars like what you're on right now. Then we've got the Tuesday, Thursday leadership webinars with the testimonials of builder secrets. If you have not made it to one of those webinars, we are getting rave reviews on those webinars, and you need to go in your back office tonight and listen to last week's. Incredible what's taking place, and the leaders that are coming forward and sharing their secrets. And you do not want to miss the Tuesday and Thursday night calls, webinars. More training webinars will be rolled out. I'm working on the content for those. And then that OMCA certified online marketing course. If you're somebody who wants to get in there again and spend some time going through videos and workbooks. Once you finish the course, you can actually get a third-party online marketer certification associate certificate that shows you as an online professional. So that's going to be available to you guys as well right after the beginning of August here. So those are some of the support items that we've been working on, working long, hard hours over here with the team, and I got to tell you, things are really picking up, and we're excited for what we're seeing out there. The 9-generation unilevel, this is a new piece here. You get one personal, this one person, okay? And I got to tell you, it's not difficult. I've got people that we work with every single day from corporate that have come on here in the last few weeks, and Mike's going to actually share some of the leaders at the end here that he'll be reading off. They have literally put on dozens of personals in the last couple of weeks here. So it's not difficult to do. Just send them through to your website, and tomorrow that app demo will be there, and game over. You know, get them in there and let them see what's going on. But one personal, you'll get to override 3 generations. What that means is all your personals are your first generation. Okay, you're going to make $50 a piece. Their personals are your second generation, and their personals are your third generation. So literally, you could be making tons and tons of money right here. I was speaking with a gentleman earlier today that had, I think he had 20-something personals already. So take 20 times 50, and then as his team duplicates out, I mean, just think about what's going to happen there. Pretty incredible. 3 personals is going to open up 6 generations for you. 5 personals gets you all 9. All right, and remember this unilevel here, because it's going to come back into play here in just a moment. But this pays out weekly. We call this our Fast Start Cash. This is money that we're going to put back in your pocket right away so you can afford to do your marketing and build your business. Okay, and get a check in your first week. Cutoffs are Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific. So if you came in today and before midnight tomorrow, you've got a couple of personals and you've built your team up a little bit, you're going to be getting a check this Friday. All right. Let me reiterate that though. This is after August 2nd, just so you guys understand that. So let's assume we're beyond August 2nd and you came in on a Monday, you could literally have a check by that Friday. Okay. Again, like I covered before, simple qualifiers. Anybody can do this, guys. Literally anybody. We've got local college students here in Coeur d'Alene that they've got the app on their phone. They go out and they show the app to people, and they sign up. About 5 to 10 people a day is where they were sitting. That's between paid associates and free affiliates. But they're getting their teams built. I mean, it's really exciting. And again, lead in with the product. Don't lead in with this compensation plan. Keep it simple, and just show the app. I mean, that's really all you got to do. And then tell them, hey, we're the only social network that allows the user to share in the revenue that's generated from the content they post. If you say that like right there and you show the app, your business will explode. If you've been out, trying to do lotions, potions, pills, or any other company out there, man, this is such an easy thing to sell. I mean, it's not even really a sell. You're just sharing an opportunity for people to bring their social networks over and monetize. The 3x9 forced matrix here. Again, this pays out weekly starting in your second month. Okay, so first month is your unilevel, second month is your matrix. What you do till what you do up to one Friday gets paid out the following Friday. Okay. One of the things I want you guys to notice right here too is we have put it so that you can actually get 3 who get 3. Okay, so you get your 3, and you've already earned your front end money back. So you're 149. If you got 3 people, you get that money back. But if you help them each get 3, you've now covered your monthly, because your monthly is 49. So 3 who get 3, yours is free. All right, and you're already $2 in the profit. With one personally sponsored associate, you get 3 levels deep. Okay, so in the matrix it's levels because you're maxed out on how many people you can put in here. So right here on by the time you hit your 3rd level, you're making $105 a month. Okay, minus your $49. So you're making a profit right there. You bring in 3 personally sponsored associates, and it opens up 6 levels deep here, and you've now got an income potential of around $2,200 a month. So if I stopped right there, I think that $2,200 a month plus the money you're going to make through your unilevel, which could be literally thousands of dollars, if you looked at that right there, it would be very significant money, and it would change just about any of our lives that are on the phone right now. So, I mean, think about adding another, $2,000, $3,000 a month to your income, what that would do for you. So, very significant. And then if you want to put on just 2 more people and maintain 5 personally sponsored, again, that's almost no effort whatsoever. I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. It's very, very easy to do. 5 people, you could go and do that tonight. I mean, think about how many friends you have on your Facebook, and your Twitter, your Instagram, so on. Think about how many people you have there. If you were to send out, an email to all of them saying, hey, I found a social network that shares the revenue for the content that we post, you'd have your 5 people by tomorrow. Okay? And if you wait till tomorrow and you do it then and just send them through the demo, then it's not near as much explaining to you. But isn't it worth it, guys? I mean, look at this right here. I'm just going to ask you, isn't it worth it to build out this 3x9 force matrix, work on it, even if it took you a year, 2 years to build this matrix to this point, $120,000 a month income potential. That's got nothing to do with the unilevel. Isn't it worth it? I mean, that's significant, life-changing money. And we're going to pay that kind of money out to a lot of people because this is a very viral business model. So just think about that. Isn't it worth putting some time towards and really, doing something with this and having fun, really? I mean, just invite your friends over and build a social network. Evergreen check match. This, I want you guys to fully understand the potential of this because some of the questions that have come in indicate to me that there's a lot of people not grasping how major the evergreen check match really is. I mean, it's hundreds, if not thousands, of check matches here, guys. When you get 3 personals, okay, so this is, I'm gonna say, this is the toughest criteria right here out of our entire program. Okay, everything else, I mean, if we go back, what do we have? 1, 3, and 5. Okay, matrix, 1, 3, and 5. The check match, there's a reason that we're requiring the number of personals that we are. And there's also a reason that we're requiring out of some of your personals that you help them move up in rank. This is the part where you get compensated for working with your team members, for building your social network. Okay? We want you guys to build those relationships and work closely together because what's going to happen is people are going to come here for the products, but they're going to stay for the relationships that have been built here. And if all you're ever focused on is just, bringing more and more and more personals into the program, you're going to make some money and you're going to have some fun, but you're not going to have near as much fun or make near as much money as if you took the time to work with those individuals. All right, so we're not a recruiting program, and I want to throw that out, and I think that's very evident when all we're asking for is 5 personals on these things. Recruiting programs, I mean, I've been involved in ones that ask you to go out and get 100 personals. Okay, that's not what we are here. So to become a manager, you need 3 personals and 600 team volume. Well, if you look down here, this is one of the things I enhanced for you guys. This is based on the generation that your associates fall on your unilevel. Okay, but then it's paid out on every dollar that your folks make in the matrix. So I don't want to confuse anybody, but if you're wondering right here on these generations, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, how those are established, well, it depends on where they fall right here in your unilevel, right? And then from there, it depends on how much they make in the matrix. So if you have folks making $2,000 and they fall on your first generation, so there's some of your personals, then you're going to make 5% of whatever their check was. Okay, so $2,000 at 5%, that's a $100 check match. Okay? And something else I want to point out is how do you get to 600 team volume? This is another common question right now. Well, each dollar that you pay in your monthly membership generates you 1 point towards those 600 points. All right, so what do you need? You need about 12 people is what you need on your personal team. All right, so about 12 people on your personal team, and that'll get you your manager status. So 3 personals who each have 4, or 4 personals who each have 3, or any combination of that. Okay. All right, then to make director, obviously you need 5 personals. And then if you look here in these brackets, what I want to point out is out of those 5, you need 2 of them to become managers. So see where you start to have that teamwork. And when you do that, look what we've done. We've bumped up. We've increased your override on your personals and gave you another 5% on your second generation. And then you can watch as you go down senior director, executive, and senior executive. The most that we ever ask anybody to get. And we don't expect you to do this overnight. There are some folks that are doing it literally overnight, but we don't expect that of everybody. Okay? 20 personals, again, I'm going to ask you, if it took you a year, 2 years to build a good, solid group of friends that are, building this business together, if it took you 2 years and you had 20 personals, all right, but you help them each bring in some folks, so they each have, I don't know, say 4 apiece or whatever, and it starts to blossom out there, you would literally have thousands of check matches that you're receiving every single month based on what these folks are making in the matrix. It's not meant to happen overnight. It's meant to be a team build, okay? So how quickly you do it is up to you, but this is literally, guys, and I think this has been misunderstood and underestimated as to what this can do for your financial situation. So this will be, mark my words, this will be one of your largest income streams right here for those folks who choose to go after it. Even if you don't, let's go back over here, $120,000 a month potential, and I'm going to tell you this Unilevel right here has just as much potential as the matrix does. So incredible 6-figure potential income even without the check match. But if you want to build and generate and qualify for this, it's awesome. It's going to be incredible for you guys. Now let's go down here to the 9th-generation e-commerce sales. Free affiliates, okay? They can make 10% of the sales. So anytime they take a picture and tag a product, if that product sells, they get 10% of whatever. So the product commission back to us is it fluctuates, okay? So we never know exactly what we're going to be receiving on each product, but you guys will get 10% commission of whatever we receive for all your personal sales. Associates, paying associates, get 10% on their personals, but look at this, and you get 5 all the way down through your 7th generation, then you get 10 on your 8th and 10 on your 9th. This is, again, you need to put pen to paper and really go through and look at the exponential growth of this, guys. At that social networking gathering in Vegas this last weekend, this literally, I met with this one individual who does a little over $20 million a year in income, and when I showed him the app, his eyes bugged out. He immediately reached around, grabbed his partner, and said, "Come here, look at this." And their jaws dropped when they realized what it was that we had pulled off here and put together. And they said, that they had a friend that was trying to do something similar a few years back and couldn't accomplish it, and we're done with it. I mean, we're ready to roll this thing out. And they said instantly, "We want to diversify. We want to be part of this company. How do we get involved?" I mean, they were literally blown away. So the fact that you guys have 9 generations of e-commerce sales, I mean, that's insane. Again, how many personals do you want to bring on? 2, 3, 5, 10, 15? Some folks right now, Mike, you're going to make the announcement here in a second on the leaderboard, which I didn't get your slide done for, so you'll be doing a verbal on that. But I think one of the top people in this has like 40-something personals. I could even be wrong. I mean, it's growing daily. But think about that for just a moment there, guys. Even if you just had 3, you got 3 on your 7th generation alone, you'd have 2,187 people posting pictures every day and tagging products. And you've got the potential to earn commissions on all of that. You get down here to your 9th generation, I think it's like 19,000 plus people just on that 9th generation alone. So very, very significant money here, guys. Hopefully me taking a little bit more time this evening to spend on this has cleared up some questions for you. Mike, if you want to come off of mute, and let's wrap this up with talking about some of the growth and excitement that's going on out there with the people that are building their businesses. And I'm going to take us over, while you do that, I'm going to take us to the back office, into the money here. I actually thought that was going to be a little bigger. There we go. Excellent. Okay, Mike, if you want to go ahead and start talking about what some of these people are running after and trying to get their portion of here.
Well, I will tell you. Let me get back to your visual so I don't make a mistake here, and then we'll do the leadership board or the leaderboard on production. But guys, this is up and above the whole entire compensation that Ron was just talking about, which is unbelievable, almost a product in itself, the way that compensation plan lays out. But this is an incentive up and above that compensation plan. This is something for each one of us, I believe, to go out and chase. These are huge check amounts. They're going to be given away, in my opinion. I think all of them will be accomplished by the end of the year easily. But here's how it starts. We call this the 50K race. It's 4 different events. Let's start with the very first one. It's the easiest one to understand. When the company hits 5,000 paid associates, the month that Leafit has 5,000 paid associates, the company is simply going to look at the database, say, go ahead and tell me who is the single associate that has the most personal paid associates in the month that we hit the 5,000 associates, and the company's going to write them a check for $15,000. That's off of personal production. How many paid associates do you have when the company hits that benchmark? Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm telling you that 5,000 could hit this month. Personally, if you're going to ask me, do I think we're really going to hit that this month? We could. That's all I'm going to say is we could. Maybe not. But I think, and this is just my opinion, you guys. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm going to tell you, next month, if we don't hit it this month, I think by next month, absolutely, we will be there. So this is something you want to give immediate attention to. If you're a player, or even if you're not, become one. Go become the associate that has personally sponsored the most paid associates, and you could be walking home with a check up and above that whole entire compensation plan, $15,000 in your pocket. Now, it's a race to 10,000 associates. When the company hits 10,000 paid associates, the month that happens, we'll finish the contest out at the end of that month, and whoever by the end of that month has the most paid associates is going to walk home with a check of $25,000. That's huge. Now, this is all about team building. So what have you done at that stage of the game? We're going to go back when the company hits 25,000 paid associates. At the end of that month, we're going to reward that individual associate that has the most paid associates with 3 paid associates, because that's what this program is all about. Help others get what they want, and you'll get what you want. Okay, so how many have you helped get 3? When the company hits 25,000 paid associates, at the end of the calendar month that happens, we're going to write a check for $50,000 to the associate that has the most paid associates with 3 paid associates. That's huge. Now, when the company hits 50,000 associates, you can see it in writing right there. When we hit 50,000, who is the paid associate that has the most paid associates with 3? And the company's writing a check for $110,000. That's huge money. It's on the table. We could have one winner take all 4 events. We could have 4 different winners. It's winner take all, though. The gauntlet's been thrown. All I can say is go chase it. And let me throw one other caveat in here. If you don't think you can compete or win an incentive program like this, if you're talking yourself out of it, and let me remember this little bit right here. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. But anyway, I don't want to go to a sales pitch. Even if you think you can't, go find somebody that can. Okay? Think what that would do to your matrix if you found a hitter and said, look, there's $200,000 on the table between now and what Mike Green says is probably going to be the end of the year. Maybe it takes a little bit longer than that. But that's $200,000 that the company's giving away up and above the total compensation plan. That's huge. That puts every single one of us in a position to be able to go out and say, hey, I've got something unique. I've got something different. You're a big gun. Let me get you on the phone with the CEO or the COO, or Mike Green will make a phone call with you. Talk to these guys. See what they've got. I think it's $1 million plan, but you could be putting an extra $200,000 in your pocket. We've got 4 events going off. So I think it's a huge incentive out there, even for the person that doesn't think they can win it. Use this as a tool to go find somebody that can. And man, I'm telling you, you put that person in your matrix, you're going to hit a home run off of this incentive anyway. Now, we do want to congratulate a few people. This is our leader board, and I will tell you that I've got some updated information from from our programmers directly. So this is a hard number that I'm going to give you right now. We are currently at, as of today, 2,000. I lost the number. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Ron, fill for dead air. I had the number memorized that I lost. Okay, there it is. I was going to say it, and I thought, man, am I saying it right? 2,325 paid associates is where we stand at today. And so I'm going to tell you, could we hit 5,000 by the end of the month? That's only 10 days away, and I will tell you, absolutely could happen. With the spurts we've seen in growth here and the upward trend that we've got, you absolutely could see this company hit 5,000 paid associates by the end of the month. So don't sleep. This is the time to go after it. But the people that are really hitting it right now, I got to tell you, there's some amazing stories here. We did this last Monday, kind of announced some of the leaders. I'm going to do it a little bit differently today. I want to talk first about two people that were not on the list last week. One is John. John's been in the program for 6 days and has 12 personally enrolled associates in the program. 12 people that have paid $40 become associates in this program, and he's done that in 6 days. Greg and Sylvia, Greg and John, you know who you are. I give your last name, but I didn't talk to you first, so I don't want to disclose too much here. But Greg and Sylvia did the same thing. They've been in the program for 2 weeks. I'm not sure when they started promoted, but they started on July 6th, signing up into the program. They also 12 personally sponsored. I think those are huge numbers, especially for people that have been in the program for a very short period of time. Now, I'm going to give you 6 names. Karen, Michael, Aaron, Mark, Jane, and Van. These people are hitting home runs. Most of those, let's see, every single one of those 6 have been in the program less than 2 months. Mike's only been in the program for 14 days. Jane and Van have only been in the program, one at 20 days, one at 19 days. And these guys are putting monster numbers on the board. In fact, Jane, just this last week, put an additional 6. She was our leader last week. She put an additional 6 in just this last week. She was at 27, ends out this week, or this last week, Sunday. We did it cut off last night at midnight. Ends that week at 33. Now, Van is on fire. I think maybe some of you heard Van on the call last week. We'll probably have him on another call again here very soon. The guy's an animal. Now, by our books, we show that he's been around since July 3rd, but truly, I don't think Van started promoting this until about a week ago. We've done webinars for him and everything else, but Van has 58 personally sponsored associates. 58. That's 37 of those came from last week. Last week, I think Van was in 3rd place. Today, he's in 1st place. Unbelievable numbers, unbelievable momentum, but it just shows me what a person can do when they focus. I'm not going to give away Van's secrets. I'll let him do that if he wants to on one of our upcoming calls. But all I can tell you is it's the power of the email. Just reach out to people and let them see what this mobile application is all about. Get them to our website. By tomorrow, they'll be able to see what the mobile application is all about, along with videos on our comp plan, videos on the product, videos from the CEO, webinars they can go to. It's all based on that website, leafit.biz/your username. There's a ton of information they can get to just at that one place. Drive traffic there by the masses and watch people sign up into this program. When you look at all of the money that's laying on the table now, and really the incentive to become an associate today as opposed to waiting, another couple of weeks, and now it's August 2nd, and, to take advantage of that. Get everybody into this program, not as a free affiliate, but as a paid associate. It's only $40. They're going to save themselves $109 versus wait until August 2nd. In my opinion, everybody's going to join this program at one point, so join it now. Put yourself in a position to be one of the top producers in this company and go chase that $200,000 the company's giving away. But I'd just like to say again, congratulations to Van being top honors. Jane, you're doing fantastic. Love your attitude. Mark as well. Aaron, a hitter. Watch out for Aaron. I think he's got some momentum. He's got some big things happening. Same thing with Mike. Mike, you're a superstar. Karen, you're a rock star too. And the rest of you that are chasing that top 6, keep chasing. I'm telling you, it's not over yet. And then the new ones, John, Greg, and Sylvia, you guys are doing fantastic work. But it's exciting to see people that are coming into this program, brand new people coming into the program that are taking this 100% serious. I truly believe that incentive program we put together has a lot to do with it, but so does the fact that our mobile application is in the hands of over 1,000 people now that are using it, looking at it, watching it work, and they're coming to our webinars and seeing how well the mobile application, the social network works, and they're getting extremely excited, and they're signing up into the program. Not just as a free affiliate, but as a paid associate to position themselves as high as they can up inside of that matrix. Ron, let me toss this back to you unless you have anything else we want to cover.
You know, I just want to say, Mike, that was great, my friend. But guys, remember what got you excited about Leafit. Grab onto that every single day and run on this like you've never ran before, okay? Because nothing like this has ever been offered through the networking industry. Nothing like this has ever been offered through the social media. It's so unique. It's never been done. And we're literally talking about billions of users out there that already use social platforms, and they're getting monetized on top of, and we're going to give them the opportunity to share in the revenue, and you absolutely need to get the word out there, and this will build like no other business that you've ever had, traditional or networking, either one. It's literally life-changing what's going to take place here within the next 12 months. Watch what happens to those folks who take this seriously and really get out and build this business and builds their social network. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a lot of traveling and events and things around the world, and getting out and seeing you guys and just having a good time together. I mean, we are, you know, we're creating a new industry here, really. I mean, we're taking social media and tying in the e-commerce and then the networking side to that. It's exciting. I cannot wait to see where we're at 12 months, 24 months, 60 months from now. I mean, the sky is the limit. So thank you so much for being out here with us this evening and spending this time here. And we look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's webinar at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, where we will be having some of the leaders from the field coming and sharing their testimonials, and then most importantly sharing some of their secrets on what it is that they're doing to build their organizations quickly. So thank you so much for coming out. I look forward to building a very successful business with each and every one of you guys. Have a great night.